Good morning. Want to talk to you today about darkness. And obviously, that's why we're filming it the way we are right now. And it can be pretty scary in the dark. But even though it's like really dark out here right now, I look around and I can see lights from the highway. There's stars shining. It's pretty incredible. Ron Mell wrote this book, God Works the Night Shift, and he talks in one of the chapters about darkness. And he says, we're never really totally in the dark. We got LED lights, computers flashing, night lights. Even though it's dark, even driving here, I was thinking to myself, boy, it's really dark. Where's my turn? But it's not really that dark because I saw a deer as I pulled up. That was cool. If it was totally dark, I wouldn't have seen that deer. In this chapter, when he's talking about darkness, the book is about God working in dark situations in our life. Even though we can't see him, we know that he's working for our good in our lives. He talks about how him and his sons were in a cave, and they were on it was a fun trip that they were on. And at the end of this cave, you're supposed to turn your lanterns off so you can really experience the darkness. It was pitch black. Anyway, very, very interesting. The whole point is, what are the dark times in your life? It might not be physical darkness, but how would you describe darkness in your life? I'm going to share some scripture with you from... Let's see here. Psalm 27. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? You are my hiding place. You shall preserve me from trouble. Psalm 32:7. You shall surround me with songs of deliverance. Psalm 56. Whenever I was afraid, I will trust in you. Aren't these just beautiful verses? You know, when I was waiting for Kenny and Mike and Isaiah to arrive, it was kind of creepy being on this road here. It was like, and then as soon as they come, it's like, wow, you feel different. When we're in the company of others, we feel different. Some of you are going through some really dark times in your life and you feel like you're really, really alone. Like you're in that total blackness and you can't see anything at all. I want to reassure you that God is with you. Just like that feeling of when you got people around you, God's with you. God is with you. Have you ever noticed when you're in a house by yourself at night, you hear more noises than if other people are in the house with you? You're not alone. God, you're not alone. Whatever it is that you're going through, you are not alone. Okay? God is our light. He is our strength. In this chapter, I just love this, and I want to end with this here, if I can find it here. Okay, wait. Yeah, that helps a lot. Let's see here. There's a missionary. I'm trying to find his name. Here it is, John Paton. Okay, Ron says that he came across the journals of John Paton. He was a missionary, and him and his wife were called to minister to an obscure island. And on this island, there were cannibals and headhunters. The captain of the ship did not want to drop them off there. Please don't go. They said, no, we have to go. God has called us to preach to these people. So he put them in the dinghy. They went, and the captain was like, they're going to be goners. So anyway, the story goes on how they would watch at night. They were in their camp, and they would see the headhunters, cannibals, looking at them. Can you imagine that? I was creeped out standing on this road waiting for these guys to come. They saw these headhunters and cannibals, their eyes. Well, then it gets worse. This missionary, his wife, and she gave birth to a child, died. So now he was really alone. Now it's just him. And guess what ended up happening? I think it was some 30 years he did that. He ministered to the people. It says here, John didn't return home for over 30 years. This is what he wrote. I came to the sound of cannibal drums. I leave to the sound of church bells. He converted people. He shared with them the good news of Jesus Christ, and they were saved. Can you believe that? And I love this because he became really close with one of the guys from that island. And this is what he says to him. And I love the way he closes this chapter out. The day he was leaving, the chief of this tribe said to him, John, there is one thing I never asked you. Do you remember when you first came here and camped on the beach? Yeah? I have a question. What was that army that encircled you and your wife every night? Wow! That's why they were protected. Those cannibals and headhunters didn't do anything. They saw an army around them. God works the night shift. I love this book. I refer to it from time to time in my life. It is so great. Whatever dark experience you are facing, and that darkness, like I said, it might not be physical darkness. It might be health issues, relationships, just whatever. You know, it's the same old stuff that we always mention, but it's just called living life, right? Whatever darkness is in your life right now, I want you to picture that army circling you. You have God's protection. He is the light. There is nothing to be afraid of. I hope you find comfort in this, and I pray that you share that comfort with other people. This is Pastor John from 15:5 Ministries. Have a great day walking in the light.